to Scrapyard Diecast Racing. Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
Welcome back to the Scrapyard, friends. I'm your host, Mary Sue. At last, the moment we've all waited for, the finals. And with me tonight is one of my two co-hosts, Mr. Yoder.
To all the fans, my greetings I give.
And as you all may know, our other co-host is one of tonight's finalists, Darkside team captain himself, Darth Vader.
And facing Jake Skywalker he will be, although not originally on the dark side he was. Turned he was, because so disgruntled and bitter he is.
It has been an exciting tournament thus far, and I'm sure these finals will not be any different. So let's get up to the Carbonite Gate and get this event started.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
On your left, Jake Skywalker is, and Darth Vader. To your right, he is.
These vehicles are very close in terms of size and speed. We are going to be in for a very exciting race.
Even they are.
Vader opens up a lead. Vader crashes into the camera.
Again, see that? I must.
Well, it seems like this one started off with a literal bang.
Ended with a bang. Actually, it did.
You have a point. So let's take a look how it all happened.
Off to a strong start, both racers were.
However, after the turn around the Tattoo Inn, Vader takes the lead and just keeps on expanding it.
In much too far. Catching up, Jake attempts.
But that's Vader's homeworld, and he knows it all too well. Just look at that beautiful drift into the turn. Only a natural-born pod racer could ever pull that off.
And yet, with all that natural talent, land the jump he cannot.
Nonetheless, he does manage to force push himself and avoid the surprise obstacles we lined up at the finish line.
Crashes into the vehicle, manages he does not. But about the camera, same cannot be said.
And right before Vader knocked out our camera signal, we do see that Jake was able to land the jump and avoid the vehicles as well.
Yet again, on his big ding-dong helmet, Vader crosses the line. A graceful finish it is not, but a win on the scorecard. Still it manages to put
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
With that win, the pressure really is on Jake. He has to win this one to have a shot at the championship.
Or, in this heat, the secret warp he can hit. Win it all right now he can, with an instant win.
Very true, though I am sure Darth Vader will be trying everything he can not to let that happen.
Side by side they are.
Was that a force push? Was that a force push?
Alive, Jake keeps it. A replay we must watch.
Wow, what a comeback. Let's break this all down.
Even off the line and down the Nimbus neighborhood they are.
And look at this move. Right at the end of the Tattoo Inn, Vader executes a beautiful block. It slows down Jake just enough for Vader to get the lead once they are in much too far.
And also, both are fast into the jump to hyperdrive.
And perhaps too fast. They both go so far, almost completely beyond the ramp. And that overshoot is what left Evader so little room to maneuver once he got to Echo Base. And it looks like Jake actually force pushes Evader into the other vehicles.
Truly, to the dark side, he has fallen. A horrible display of sportsmanship that move is.
Horrible, but effective. It's as if he was trying to skip being an apprentice altogether and go right to being the master by being the first one across the line.
Yet first he is not, because finally, Farmboy Luke's land speeder crosses the line. The first time ever this is.
Right you are. Unfortunately, he is not racing, and his chances at the title have gone up in flames like an R5 unit with a bad motivator. On the other hand, look at Jake. He actually manages to go under Evader as he's crashing through the air, and then he uses the force again to turn his vehicle around to end up on his wheels.
Yes, a very controlled display of the force that was. Unfortunately, a display of the dark side it is.
Lord Evader cannot be happy with that result. Will his apprentice supersede him and actually pull off the greatest upset in galactic history?
Hopefully, a pressure release valve Evader's big ding-dong helmet has, because inside, fuming with rage he must be.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
Here we are, gentle beings, in what could be the last heat of this tournament.
Someone soon the champion will become.
Let's not waste any more time and get this countdown started.
So tight it is!
Jake tries to block. Over the jump! And they're both on their bonnets and across the line.
Extremely close that one was!
This one really could have gone either way. As in every other heat of this race, they were both evenly matched and ran extremely tight.
But in much too far, a pit maneuver attempt Jake does.
But Evader manages to straighten out even though he goes head over heels at the jump.
And so too does Skywalker.
Jake looked like he was fighting hard to try to pass while on his roof, but the obstacle vehicles gave him little room for any more tricks.
And at upside down blocking Jake successful Evader was. Oh, excuse me. A message from the studio droids receiving am I? Needed in the loading bay, it appears I am. Back soon I shall be.
Oh, okay. That seems a little odd. But not to keep the fans waiting, I shall proceed on to the scorecard. Even though he was close, close does not put a win on the scorecard. So, having his second win, Evader not only wins this race, but also wins the entire tournament, thus making Team Darkside the overall winner. Wait a moment, gentle beings across the galaxy. The studio droids are sending me a message that Lord Evader is already in the docking bay with his prizes. What prizes? There are no prizes in this tournament. It was my understanding that the only prize was the prestige of knowing that you had fairly beaten your opponents on the field of competition. Let me see if I could patch us through to the docking bay. Lord Evader, I say, Lord Evader, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. But whatever you have to say, make it quick. My shuttle is about to leave, and I need to start my new apprentice's training as soon as he thaws.
What? What are you talking about? Oh my goodness! Did you carbon freeze Jake Skywalker?
Of course. He was part of my grand prize.
What do you mean, part of? Oh, by the Force! Did you disintegrate the other contestants as well? Mr. Yoda, the others! I thought we clearly said no disintegrations.
No, you said no disintegrations. I told you from the beginning that I would win. and I have done as I have foreseen. Now, I am claiming my prize and leaving for much too far with my trophy. You can keep the rest for your collection. My departing gift to my co-hosts. Or should I say, remaining co-host.
I can't believe you did that to poor Mr. Yoda.
Why are you worried? Was it not you who once said, no one is ever really gone? That is except for me. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentle beings, I can't believe that this has happened. What am I going to do? Oh, I've got it. I'll just put everything back the way it was before we got here, and no one shall be the wiser. You and you. Wakey wakey, come here and listen to me.
Huh? What?
What is thy bidding, my master?
Both of you will remember none of this. There was never, nor will there ever be anything to do with a Scrap Wars tournament. As soon as I leave and close the door, you will awaken as if nothing happened.
Al, I'm sorry, were you saying something?
I think I was, Barry. I think I was about to announce the next new tournament.
Well, what is it?
I forgot. Something really weird is going on. Hold on a sec. I know who could help. Bob. Paging Wild Bob. Can you hear me?
Just hold on a tick. Let me answer this. It's the work line. This is Wild Bob.
Have you noticed anything strange going on?
Have I seen anything strange? Absolutely not. Heck, I haven't seen much of anything. Since you fellas haven't called in so long, I've spent the past few weeks having a blast with my new friend.
New friend?
More importantly, weeks?
Yeah, he's a big hairy fella. We've been kicking back talking about being pilots while drinking some kind of blue milk. At least I reckon that's what we've been talking about. I can't really understand him too well. I think he might be speaking Portuguese. Say hello to my friends back at the office. Now, if you fellas don't mind, I was in the middle of a story. So anyway, like I was saying, they got struck by some kind of ray and was shrunk down to the size of toys. Can you believe that?
You know what, fans? Until we could straighten all this out, this is Barnabas Tone, signing off and saying good night.
Well, fans, sorry about the false alarm. I guess join us next time when we really will be announcing our next new tournament.